Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. This is your Akazaki Yahoo, and I start this broadcast as I would start any broadcast by first of all giving all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua Hamashiach, and to the tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say shalom, wabarakatuh, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High power, under one covenant. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed. I am joined this afternoon by my most esteemed Ak Kenaniah. Shabbat Shalom, Aki.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Maki. Shabbat Shalom, Yasharal. Hallelujah. And we find ourselves in this moment of time once again. All praises to the Abba.
Hallelujah. All praises. Yes, indeed. Kolal Yahuwah. Bahashem Yahushua Hamashiach. Let's go ahead and put that one up. All praises to the Father. And let's go ahead and get into this lesson today. Before we do that, I should say last week we left off uh, at chapter 10 of First Kings. We're picking up today at chapter 11. We're going through 11 through 15. And uh, Solomon had done a lot of good. He completed the house of the Most High. He also completed his own house. He'd done some good representation of Israel. Had built a great amount of wealth in the nation, and there was a lot of prosperity. There was a lot of positivity in the land. So it seems to be a pattern of a lot of good, and then you come to a point and that point tends to be a little bit difficult. So let's see what we're going to get into today in chapter 11. All right. So chapter 11, the headline reads, Solomon turns from the Most High. Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew
Yeah,
it
I
was coming.
just like you said, and we can see it with our people now. We get on a high,
Hmm.
and then here comes the low, you know.
Here comes the low indeed. We should be riding that high horse. We should stay on that high horse and not want to get off. But for some odd reason, something seems to look more appealing than the place that you are at that moment. And let's 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 see what Solomon's downfall is going to be. Verse 1, the book of First Kings, or First Malachi, chapter 11 and verse 1. But Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Amorites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which Yahuwah said unto the children of Israel, You shall not go in to them,
Wow.
neither neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their idols. Solomon clave unto those in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after their idols. And his heart was not perfect with Yahuwah his power, as was the heart of Dawid his father. For Solomon went after this
Mm.
worthless idol, the so-called goddess of the Zidonians, and after this idol, the abomination of the Amorites. So you go and serve idols of people that we done beat, that we done defeated,
Right. Con.
that that Yahuwah done defeated, that Yahuwah done put into subjection under us. You go and serve their idols.
Makes no sense.
That's not sensible at all, at all. I don't. I don't Not going. Okay, let's continue. Verse 6. And Solomon did evil in the sight of Yahuwah, and went not fully after Yahuwah, as did David his father. Dawid, Salikah. Verse 7. Then did Solomon build high places for this idol, the abomination of Moab, in the hills that is before Jerusalem, for this idol. I mean, he was. This is unreal. And the children of Ammon, the abomination of the children of Ammon. So he was serving everybody that Yahuwah defeated. Uh, he went back and served them. Verse 8. And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrifice to their idols. And Yahuwah was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from Yahuwah, power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after idols, but keep but he kept not that which Yahuwah commanded. Wherefore Yahuwah said to Solomon, For as much as you uh, have done of you, Slakia, for as much as you have done of you, and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I command you, I will surely rent the kingdom from you, and will give it to your servant. So this is the beginning of our demise,
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of us getting right where we are, right here, right now. That peppermint oil getting in my eyes a little bit. Verse, yeah, I was getting a little, you know. Verse 12. Notwithstanding, in your day, I will not do it for Dawid your father's sake, but I will rent it out of the hand of your son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but I will give one tribe to your son for Dawid, my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. First Kings, or First Malachim, chapter 11, verse 14. The Most High raises adversaries. Yeah, I'm trying not to go be too heavy-handed on this, 'cause it's been done. It's been done many times. But verse 14. And Yahuwah stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, uh, Hadad the Edomite. He was the king of the seed of Edom. He was of the king's seed of Edom. He was of the king's seed of Edom. For it came to pass when Dawid was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of the host, had gone to bury the slain after he had smitten every male in Edom. So he basically had handled the whole nation of Edom. They should have been done with. Verse 16. For 6 months did Joab remain there with all of Israel until they had cut off every male in Edom.
Man, this is an extension. What do you call that? When you
It's genocide. Is what it
genocide,
is.
con.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were trying to make them extinct, uh, and that should have been uh, um, whatchamacallit as well. Amalek. Amalek should have been
Mm-hmm.
in that as well. Verse 17. That Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, to go into Egypt, Hadad being yet a little child. So one got away, and one bring back all of these, uh, these unruly Edomites right here today.
God.
Uh, verse 18. Well, it wasn't even one. It was some of his father's house being servants. So some of them, they went on and uh, verse 18. And they arose out of Midian, and they arose out of Midian and came to Paran. And they took men out of Paran, and they came to Mizraim. And Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, which gave him an house, and appointed him victuals, and gave him land. And Hadad found great favor in the sight of Pharaoh, so that he gave him to wife the sister of his own wife, the sister of uh, Tep, uh,
Typhines. For
Ta-
Typhinus.
Taphenis, the queen. Let's take a look and see what her name means. Tap,
Typhinus.
Taphenis. Looks like it. I don't know if her name means wife of a king, so that just may be what they called her.
Yeah,
Wife,
title kind of
wife
like.
of the king. Yeah, yeah. Egyptian queen at the time of David and Solomon. So apparently she might have been familiar with David as well, with Dawid as
Mhm.
well. So yeah, we don't hear about him going into Mizraim. We didn't read about that at all. But yeah, so verse 20. And the sister of Typhinus bare him uh, Genubath,
Genubat. Yep.
Genubath, his son, who Typhinus weaned in Pharaoh's house. And Genubath was in Pharaoh's household among the sons of Pharaoh.
So it's
That's,
almost like a Moshe type of thing with this dude
yeah, he's definitely
growing
has
up
that
in the
lineage.
house of Pharaoh.
hmm Genubath, but they had been so reduced because they had been, so was this even the same Pharaoh? I mean, not the same Pharaoh, of course, not the same Pharaoh, but was this even the same
Dynasty.
Mizraim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
God.
exactly. So getting bad, it's only used these two times. Means theft, son of Hadad, Edomite royal family, uh, Edomite royal family by an Egyptian princess, sister of Typhinus. It's funny they don't. Did they give her name?
I don't think so. Huh?
I don't think they did either. They told Typhinus, but I guess her name, since she wasn't married to Pharaoh, wouldn't have been as important. But like this, the sister of Typhinus, the one of married to Pharaoh. So all right, verse 21. And when Hadad heard in Mizraim that Dawid slept with his fathers, and that Joab, the captain of the host, was dead, Hadad said to Pharaoh, let me depart, that I may go to my own country. And Pharaoh said unto him, but what have you lacked with me? And behold, you seek, uh, Slakia, you seek it to go to your own country. And he answered, nothing. Howbeit, let me go in any wise. And the Most High stirred up another adversary, uh,
Rezone.
Rezon, the son of Elidad, Elidad,
Iliada.
Eliad, which fled from the master uh,
Hadadezer.
Hadadezer, king of uh, Zabath, Zabath, Zobath. Is that right? Zobath?
Zobah.
Zobath. Hallelujah. Praise God. Toda Aki. Appreciate you. Uh, let's start. Which one of these we need to start with? Let's go over. I know. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Hazon.
it's resin. Rezone.
Hazon. Yeah.
Res
Res
one.
one. Res one. Is that one of the Wu Tang Res one?
It sounds something like it, don't it?
It sounds like it. Yeah, kind. His name mean Prince, or that's what they call it. Oh, he's the Prince. Son of a Syrian. So this was a Syrian. It led a band of freebooters
Hmm.
that established a pretty kingdom in Damascus at the time of Dawid and Solomon.
A petty kingdom.
Oh, Pretty Kingdom. What did I say? Oh yeah.
Pretty.
Oh, Salakia. Petty Kingdom. My bad. My bad. Salakia. 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 Okay. Uh, Elidad. It was one we're familiar with, right?
I don't think so. I don't remember. Eli
Okay.
Yada.
Iyada.
El Yada.
Iyada. Okay. Iyada. Most
I
High
know.
knows.
I
A
think we
son of
have seen it
David.
before.
A son of okay, so this must be another cat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
somebody different.
and Emmer, yeah, Eramin, the father of the enemy of Solomon. Okay,
That's the one there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that would make sense. It's like surely that's not his brother, but yeah. And let's check out Hadar
Ezer.
is her uh Hadad is helper, is help, son of Rehoboam. Man. Okay. So we got the adversaries of the people here. And again, Slomo brought this on himself. So here we go. Verse 24. And he gathered men unto him and became captain over a band. And when Dawid slew them of Zabath, and they went to Damascus and dwelled therein, and reigned in Damascus. And resided in Damascus. Verse 25. And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon, besides the mischief that Hadad did, and he abhorred Israel and reside over and reigned over Syria. So he hated Israel. You should have sent Benaiah at this cat.
Right. Fall
You
upon him.
know what I'm saying? Go get him. Yeah, handle him. Like he got a problem, go get him. Handle him. Send him a couple thousand. But he wasn't fighting nobody. We didn't read about him fighting anybody. You know what I'm
You
saying?
right.
Sending no wars. They was coming to him like he was living it up. Meanwhile, enemies surrounding us.
Come.
Uh, you gotta handle them. You gotta keep them in check. Verse 26. And Jeroboam, the son of Nebath, an Ephraimite of Zer, Zer,
Zerida.
Zerida, Zerida, Solomon's servant, whose mother's name was hmm,
Zerua.
Zeruiah, a widow woman. Even he lifted up his head against the king. Man, he got enemies everywhere. He went from, you know what I'm saying, nothing to everything. I
Hmm.
mean, literally, no enemies to everybody want a piece of Solomon. But this because of his evil. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed,
So yeah,
indeed.
this is all because of that evil. Verse 27. And this was the cause, Slacky, and this was the cause that he was lifted up his head against the king. Solomon built, is that an idol?
Uh,
I believe
I
so.
think so. Come.
Yeah. So that idol right there.
Actually, I think that might be that we saw that in a town too.
Oh, is that a city maybe?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was a town where we saw last
Okay.
time.
Okay. Well, okay.
Err on the side of righteousness, though.
Yeah, kind. Let me just take a look at it here. See what it says. Report one mount, a
Nah,
place.
that's yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a location.
yeah.
Okay, kind. Okay. So Milo. So Solomon built Milo and repaired the breach of the city of Dawid, his father. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor. And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charges of the house of Joseph. And it came to pass that at that time, when Jeroboam was out of Jerusalem, that the prophet uh,
Ahia.
Ahijah, 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 I'm gonna get that next time. Ahijah, the Shulamite found him in the way, and he cleaved himself with a new garment, and they two were alone in the field.
What's
And
that? What's that? Ahia mean?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Con. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, let's take a look at this thing. Ahijah.
Ahia.
Huh.
My brother is Jehovah, brother of Jehovah
uh,
or Yahuwah.
yeah, Yahoo, brother of Yahoo. Huh. So it's really like Aki Yahoo. Really
Mm-hmm.
like. I mean, I guess IE is another way of pronouncing it. So, all right. Um, 25. Okay, verse 30. And Ahijah caught a new garment that was going. Slack you. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take these 10 pieces, for thus saith Yahuwah, the power of Israel, behold, I will rent the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to you. But he shall he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped all these evils. This idol, I wouldn't say, uh,
Gone.
of the Zidonians, this other idol, the idol of the Moabites, that idol of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in my eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life, all the days of the life of David, my servant's sake. Slaki, I think I messed that up. I don't know why my nose is starting to run. I guess I used too much of that.
Yeah, peppermint oil.
Yeah, got to mess myself up. I was doing good. Uh, verse 34. Let me read that again. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of the life for David, all the days of his life. That's what I'm missing. All the days of his life for David, my servant's sake, whom I have, whom I chose, because he kept not my commandments and my statutes. Slacky, I said that wrong. Because he kept my commandments and my statutes. Speaking about David, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. So that's why he didn't take the whole kingdom. And that should have been in that lesson too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. So perfection is the mission. And according to the messenger of the Most High, uh, Dawid, who he's speaking about, kept his commandments and his statutes, except in that instance uh, that we all know about and has been beat into the ground. Verse 35. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand and will give it unto you, even 10 tribes.
Mm.
And unto his son will I give one tribe, that Dawid my servant may have a light before Slaki, may have a light always before me in Jerusalem, a city which I have chosen to put my name there. And I will take you, and you shall reign according to all that your soul desireth, and shall be king over Israel. And it shall be, if you will hearken unto all that I command you, and will walk in my ways, and do that and do that is and do that is right in my sight.
Yeah, they missed the word there.
Yeah, because I'm like, is that, am I reading that right? And do
Yeah,
that is right in my sight, which is right in my sight should be
con.
uh, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as Dawid my servant did, that I will be with you and build you a sure house, as I built with Dawid, and I will give Israel unto you, and I will for this uh, and I will for this afflict the seed of Dawid, but not forever. Not forever. How long?
Mm.
Verse 40. Solomon. Uh, Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam, and Jeroboam arose to flee unto Mizraim. Everybody want to go to Mizraim.
hmm
I mean, that's like the safe place, I guess. Unto uh,
Shishak, Shishak.
okay, King Shishak, king of Mizraim, and, was in Mizraim until the death of Solomon. So I guess let's check out because this is a different one than Hadad, wasn't it?
hmm
Uh,
Well, yeah, had to been
Shishak,
greedy
greedy
of
and
fine
fine
linen.
linen, greedy of fine linen. Wow. Yeah, you know that Egyptian cotton, and I wonder what their flax was like. But from my understanding, Mizraim was very like soil rich. Like they had some of the best soil in the
hmm
in the world,
Indeed.
and that's why uh, it was such regard for their uh,
Cotton.
yeah, for those that cotton and those things. I think that's even why their horses were so well regarded because they were eaten in Mizraim.
hmm
Like you got to go to Mizraim and get your horse because they're the best ones.
Strong.
Yeah, kind. Uh, First Malachi, chapter 11 and verse 41, the death of Solomon, and the rest of the acts of Solomon, and all that he did, and his wisdom. They are written in the books of the acts of Solomon.
That sounds like a missing book we don't
Yeah,
have.
I don't think we've heard of the acts of Solomon. We've heard of the wisdom of Solomon, but not the acts of Solomon.
Con.
Huh. Verse 42. At the time that Solomon reigned over Jerusalem, over all of Israel was 40 years. And Solomon slept with his father and was buried in the city of Dawid his father. And Rehoboam his son reigned in his stead. So we saw Solomon in chapter 11 just completely blow it. I mean, he was, past the 50-yard line. He was in a really good position and had the opportunity to really take it home. And he just, man, those strange women,
Uh-huh.
those strange women took him down and out, all the way out. So, First Malachi chapter 12, King Rehoboam acts foolishly. Verse 1. Select my thing right here. Okay. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all of Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Mizraim, heard of it, for he had fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Mizraim, that they sent and called him. And Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake to Rehoboam, saying, Your father have made our yokes grievous. Now therefore make you a grievous service of your Salakia. Now for now therefore make you a grievous service of your father, and his heavy yoke which he put on us lighter, and we will serve you. So they basically giving him an ultimatum. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take a look at I know we looked at Jeroboam. Let's look at Rehoboam's name. I forgot to do that.
Rehoboam.
Rehoboam. A people has enlarged. So split up the kingdom. Huh. Okay. A people has enlarged. I thought it would be something deeper than that, but all right. Well, let's continue. Verse 5. And he said unto them, depart you for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, how do you advise me to answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If if you will if you will be a servant unto the people this day, and will serve them, and answer them to speak good words to them, then they will be your servants forever. But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with young men that were grown up with him, which stood before him. And he said unto them, what counsel give you that we may answer this people, who spake unto me, saying, make the yokes of your father did put on you, like on us lighter. Slack. So instead of taking the advice of the wise men that of the old men that your father had around him, because they would have been soaking up your father's wisdom, your father being the wisest man outside of Hamashiach in existence. You choose to listen to some guys you grew up with.
Right.
I mean,
And this decision, I believe the after effects of it was prophesized anyway. The
yeah,
Most High said he was going to split the kingdom.
right,
But the error with Rehoboam here is, you're trying to appear strong
right,
when you can grant some mercy, like
yeah,
honestly, but you don't want to appear weak.
yeah, yeah. He's gonna show some cruelty here in his speech, and this is why they're gonna walk away from him. So,
Hmm.
verse 10, and the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shall you speak unto the people that spake unto you, saying, our fathers, your father made yoke heavy. Slakia, I keep messing these words up. Uh, your your father made our yoke heavy, but make you it lighter unto us. Thus shall you say unto them, my little finger is thicker than my father's loins. What kind of mess is that? Verse 11. And now, whereas my father did lade you with heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father did chasten you with whips, but I will chasten you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came, and Rehoboam the Slakia. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, as the king had appointed, saying, come to me again the third day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, I will add to your yoke. and my father also chasten you with whips, but I will chasten you with scorpions.
Wow.
That, yeah, that was I mean, wow, that was quite extraordinary. I mean, it was that was divine. I mean,
Wow.
that's the only reasonable explanation for that. I mean, it had to have been, that was divine.
Yeah.
Verse 15. Whereas the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause of them, Salakia, for the cause was from Yahuwah, that he might perform this saying, which Yahuwah spake by, ah, say it one more time,
Here.
Ahiyah. I don't know why I can't remember that. Ahiyah the Shulamite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebath. Did we
Or
look at
Aki
Nebath?
or Akiya.
Ahiyah,
I don't remember us looking at the bot.
okay, let's check out Nebath as well. I meant to look at that and didn't. Uh, yeah,
Nebat.
Nebath. Okay, aspect.
Hmm.
Huh. I be really thinking we're gonna get something for some of
Right,
these.
right. I'm wondering why his name was that then. Like, in what
Aspect.
aspect was
Like,
that given his name?
exactly. Like, what was his mother thinking? Like, let's call him aspect. What is
Aspect.
aspect? Yeah, so all right. First Kings chapter 12 and verse number 16. The kingdom divided. Jeroboam rules Israel. So when all of Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we with Dawid? Neither have we inheritance with the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to your own house, Dawid. So Israel departed unto their tents. Now, what did he think was? Okay. Let's continue because I'm not going to beat this in the ground because it's been done, and obviously this was what the Most High wanted to do. Verse 17. But as for the children of Israel which dwelt in the city of Yehuda, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then the king, then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, Adoram,
Adoram Khan.
Adoram, hallelujah, praise God, who was over the tribute, and all of Israel stoned him with stones, and he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee Jerusalem. So let's check out.
So the king sent out his man who was over the tribute to collect tribute from all the tribes through a united nation, but they stoned him. So this is a rebellion that they've thrown.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because they didn't. Yeah. I know. I didn't. I know. I tried to chop that up a bit, but yeah, King Rehoboam he sent Adoram, and his name uh, meant. I looked at it. It didn't even say it out loud. I meant to. Uh, the master is exalted.
Hmm.
An officer of Rehoboam is who he is. So he was an officer with Dawid. Now he's an officer with Rehoboam. So he must be an older cat if he was with Dawid, and now he's with his grandson.
Hmm.
So yeah, this must be a good and older cat. Um, so yeah, was over the tribute, and all of Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. Therefore, the king Rehoboam made speed and got him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. So I guess he came with him, and they realized, oh, they killed him. We better get up out of here because we ain't got no place over here. So they're not gonna deal with that. Verse 19. So Israel rebelled against the house of Dawid unto this day. And it came to pass when all of Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, Slakia. I read that wrong. Let me start over. Verse 20. Oh, I'll be messing up these names and crossing my eyes. Verse 20. And it came to pass that when all of Israel heard that Jeroboam, was that what I said before?
I thought so.
Oh, I think I did say it. I thought I was. I don't know why. When I read that the second, and I looked at it again, I thought the son of Solomon, but this was Jeroboam. This is
Hmm.
the servant of Ephraim. Uh, came again, and they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over Israel. There, uh, there was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Yehuda only. So only Yehuda was with David at this time. Was with Jeroboam or Rehoboam at this time. So
Hmm.
verse 21. So where was Benjamin? Okay, wait a
That's a
minute.
it's a good question. I
Yeah, we're about to get to it. Looks like in 21 here. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Yehuda with the one tribe of Benjamin, 140,000 chosen men which were warriors, to fight against the house of Israel and bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. But the word of the Most High came to Shemaiah.
Shemaiah Khan. I'm writing these names down. So far we've got Akiyah and we've got Shemaiah, who were prophets during this time span.
Hallelujah, praise God. We need that information out. Told our Bob. Uh, the man of the Most High said, speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Yehuda, and unto all the house of Yehuda and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, thus saith Yahuwah, you shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is of me. They hearkened therefore to the word of Yahuwah, and returned and departed according to the word of Yahuwah. So we haven't even gotten to as far as Rehoboam or Rehoboam, what kind of a man he was, what kind of a king he was. You know, did he do evil? I mean, we know he took bad counsel,
Hmm.
but that was a divine thing, and he was about to try to get at Israel, like, look here, y'all coming back, and you know, either y'all gonna come back or y'all gonna die trying. I'm gonna die trying. So
What I'm interested in seeing is how long his reign was. So
yeah,
far we know that Dawid ruled 33 years in Jerusalem and 7 years in Hebron for a
God.
total of 40 years rulership.
Hmm.
Solomon had also had 40 years of rulership.
Hmm.
Uh, I think that the length of time is an indication, well, could be seen as an indication on uh, the end of the person ruling's righteousness. And I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, we'll definitely get into it. And this first book, second book, and then we get into Chronicles after that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we get deep into this history here. So Rahab, look, it answers the question right in right in the headline.
Here come.
Rehoboam's idolatry. My goodness. Verse 25. Here we go. Then Rehoboam built Shechem in Mount. Oh, this Rehoboam Slaki. I'm thinking about Jeroboam. See, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to confuse them because their names are too similar.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking that this is Solomon's son, but this is the Ephraimite.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they don't call him an Ephraimite, so
I
that we
mean,
don't
and actually, in Jeroboam's name, you actually have almost Rehoboam's name.
exactly. I mean, actually, it's yeah, it's difficult because I look at one and I think of the other, and then I look at the other and I think of one. I'm like, whew, okay, let's continue. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out. and went out from there and built Penuel. And Rehoboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return. Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If the people go to do sacrifices to the house of Yahuwah at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of the people turn again to their master, even unto Rehoboam king of Yehuda, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam king of Yehuda. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, It is too much to go to Jerusalem. Behold, your idols, O Israel, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim. This
Wow.
dude was smoking crack. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's crazy
That's
though. It's crazy. You know.
that's some straight crack. That's some straight crackhead stuff. That's something a crackhead would do. I mean, literally. I'm gonna make sure that these be your wait. Okay, verse 29. Now the Most High just told this cat, if you will do right, I will put you where you really want to be. But no, that's too no. He too afraid of. Oh, they're gonna kill me if they go up there. They're gonna. Okay, verse 29. So Yahuwah, I guess Yahuwah lied to him. I guess Yahuwah can't do what he said he was gonna do. You got to go about it your own way. And he set one in Bethel and put and the other he put him in Dan. He put he in Dan. So put one in Bethel and one in Dan. So these 2 idols. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made an house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not the sons of Levi.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what's crazy, Ak, is he had Levites in all of the towns throughout Israel.
Wow. Yeah. You know, ah,
But they probably wouldn't co-sign. I pray that they wouldn't co-sign to what he's doing.
no, absolutely not. I mean, no reasonable, right-minded uh, Levite or any reasonable Israelite. I honestly don't understand how they let him do this. I don't know how Gad, uh, uh, Issachar, Naphtali, uh, Dan,
Manasseh, Reuben,
how any of them set and just now, oh, so now we should work with these calves. We should work the elves go anywhere. What? Are you crazy?
somebody should have been like, not so, Aki.
You out your doggone mind, man. You
Right.
how somebody didn't try to overthrow him? I don't know. I don't know. Let me go.
Well,
Let me
I
get.
want to say that something was stirred up, but we're gonna read it.
Okay, con. Let's continue. I don't understand how you get to such a point of evil and the people just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, we shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's continue. Verse 32. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Yehuda, and he offered up the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto these idols which he made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high place which he had made.
All praises, Zach. And I say all praises to the Most High because through us getting into these scriptures, coming away with better understanding. You know, this verse that we just read.
Hmm.
If you had asked me, because we've got brothers throughout America and even in on the continent.
Hmm.
But a lot of us are on different feast day
calendars.
calendars, and
Mhm.
I would have told you that that's a relatively new phenomenon with our people. Like I wanted to believe that we were always, in antiquity, always on the same page,
Right.
but right here we're learning about a division of the feast days.
Hmm. Yeah. Making a separate feast because he wanted to separate. He wanted to keep Israel's north and stay out of the south. So for that sake, he sought to basically completely contradict all that the Most High had put in place for us to do. So it was his own selfishness and his own greed that would cause him to do this because the Most High said that he would barak him, he would give him, make his house great as David, as Dawid was. But he didn't want to believe that. So instead, he chose to go about things this manner, where he's creating idols, putting idols out for the people to worship, and now he's creating false feasts. Because this isn't even a, this is not. I mean, there's no feast in the 8th month,
Right, right.
so this is not even. This should have been the. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this cat because this dude is straight up bugging. Uh, verse 33. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised in his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel, and he offered upon the altar the burnt incense.
I mean, and you pretty much are creating a hurdle for your people.
Yeah,
Uh, you know what I mean? In doing this, people who don't always have the heart to do the right thing anyway. And
yeah,
I'm not condemning that generation because that's our generation that we live in now as well. Same people, really. Uh,
yeah.
but this is a stumbling block. This is a stumbling block that he has put before the people.
Kind, and I just don't understand how, because I think if I was in Reuben and I see this and I know what we supposed to be doing now. Reuben, my father, we supposed to be the tribe, but because Reuben went off and decided that he wanted to take our father Jacob's wife or concubine, we got put out. But if I'm a man of Reuben and I see this is an opportunity for me,
And
But
but
I don't know.
I'm thinking about something like as you say that.
Hmm.
I think back the last 80 years, the last 80 years of this monarchy,
Hmm.
right? So I'm talking about Solomon's span as well as Dawid's.
Hmm.
You don't hear a whole lot of these other tribes doing any of the fighting other
No,
than Yehuda and Ben Amin.
yeah, they've been the ones. Yeah, definitely. But come on, this is he's just getting established, and this is rooted in wickedness. So opportunity is there. You know what I'm saying? Like whether they had just turned into a bunch of pansies just sitting around and just let this dude lead you to destruction,
And here's
because
the
that's.
thing. Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say you just sitting around just let him just lead you to destruction,
Right.
and be cool with it.
And,
I
and you're
mean,
and you're right, you're right, because Reuben, let's say you chose Reuben, right? And let's just
mhm,
think about that. Dawid had set up princes among the Reubenites. So
right,
there should have been somebody, you know,
exactly.
sounding the alarm on this.
Somebody should have done something. When this thing got to this point, to where you bringing in idols and now you done declared a false feast. Like that's not what we supposed to be doing. Like nobody go, hey man, no. Y'all had the gall to stone this dude, this dude collected tribute, but y'all didn't have the gall to step to this cat and say, man, nah, you off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's that.
sad.
That's that. Our people have an ear for what they want to hear.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
and reject what's right.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, indeed, indeed. So, yeah, this is I've not fully read this chapter or in this particular book, but man, this is uh this is hard. This is hard to deal with, and we've seen some wickedness before, but this is on like a whole other level. So, but they're gonna pay for it. They're gonna get what they're gonna get their just dessert for it. So, and I hate to say they because we one people, and
Gone, gone.
and I don't want to make a separation between, maybe I'm Southern and maybe they Northern, but we are the children of Israel, all of us.
Indeed, I can. We're a byproduct of what we're reading right here.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. 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 And I hope that we learn the lesson from this, not just this, because we're gonna see in Yehuda they're gonna go off to 12 and turn into wickedness. But somebody somewhere gotta go to the king and say, or gotta go to the man in charge and say, look here, you off. You way off. You know what I'm saying? You wrong. You wrong. We can't do this. What you doing is wrong. And you need to stop because you're gonna destroy us. You're gonna put us in a place that we don't need to be. So you need
Mhm.
to stop, or you need to step down, or whatever you need to do, but you need to stop. You need to be stopped.
Gone. Indeed,
So if that mean that, I get put to death, then it need to be more than just one person. It need to be, like they need to be able to say, no, we're not doing
hmm
this. This is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You wrong. You wrong. Period. You wrong. So let's continue chapter 13 here. And Jeroboam's warned and stricken. And behold, there came a man of the Most High out of Yehuda by the word of Yahuwah unto Bethel.
Okay,
And
so this is another prophet, but he's not
another,
named.
oh, maybe we'll get to it here on
Okay.
down. We'll see here. Uh, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he, well, maybe not. And he cried against the altar in the word of Yahuwah and said, O altar, altar, thus saith Yahuwah. Who is saying this? And he cried. Is this he, Jeroboam, or the man, the man that
Uh,
he's sending?
sounds like it's the prophet or the
Okay,
man.
okay. Uh, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Yeshaiah by name, and upon you shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon you. The men's bones shall be burnt upon you. Like, dude, you done cooked yourself.
hmm
That's how bad off you are. You know what I'm saying? What you done, you whew, I would be I, I'm mm, as bad as this is, I still gotta feel a little bit of bad for Rehoboam, for
hmm
Jeroboam, Salakia, for Jeroboam, because he done put himself in such a predicament that I'm about to reign. Whew, he's going. His punishment. You know what I'm saying? It's not just what him dying on this side, which happened years ago, but what I'm going. Whew, he going to. I don't even. I don't. I'm not going to even say, but uh, yeah, yeah. So let's continue. I'm sorry. This is bad. This is what I'm trying to say it without saying it because I'm not one to try to pass judgment. Jeroboam Jeroboam was dead wrong for what he did,
Mm-hmm.
and Abba is about to show him, hey, look here, you must be out of your doggone mind. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
come.
You know what I'm saying? Like you must be crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. You must. Boy, let's continue. Verse 3. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, this is a sign which Yahuwah shall spake, Yahuwah has spake. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes shall be it, upon it, shall be poured out. And the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. Salakia. Verse 4. And it came to pass when King Jeroboam, I don't know if he shouldn't even be called King Jeroboam, he should be called Idiot Jeroboam, heard of the saying of the man of the Most High, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him. And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up,
Mm.
so that he could not put it again to him. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out of the altar, according to the sign of the man of the Most High, according, Salakia, to the sign of the man of the Most High, had given by the word of Yahuwah. Okay, Slakia. So this is the one. This is the okay. So this is not the one. This is the one that's gonna get eaten by the lion because he didn't follow the instruction. He let he let okay, Khan. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think we're the lying prophet.
Yeah. Well, he didn't eat him, but he killed him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he gonna come into this other prophet and they gonna tell him, well, I heard from Yahuwah too, and this is gonna happen. And yeah, so let's
Yeah, come
continue.
eat some bread or something like that.
Right, Khan. Verse 6. And the king answered and said unto the man of the Most High, entreat not the face of Yahuwah your power, and pray for me, and my hand be restored me again. And the man of the Most High besought Yahuwah, and the king's hand was restored to him, and became and, bec- mm, and because Salaki and became as it was before. Salaki, I don't know what I'm thinking. Verse 7. And the king said unto the man of the Most High, come home with me and refresh yourself, and I will make you a reward. And the man of the Most High said unto the king, if you will give me half of your house, I will not go with you. Neither will I eat bread or drink water in this place. For it was charged me by the word of Yahuwah, saying, eat no bread nor drink water,
Mm-hmm.
nor turn again by the same way which you came. So he would So he was another Slakia. So he went another way and returned by the way which he came to Bethel. The disobedient prophet. First Malachi chapter 13 and verse 11. Now therefore dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and and his sons came and told him all the work that the man of the Most High had done that day in Bethel, the words which he had spoken unto the king. Them they told also to their father. And the father of and the father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of the Most High went, which came from Yehuda. And he said unto his sons, saddle me a donkey. So they saddled him a donkey, and he rode thereon, and went after the man of the Most High. and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him, Are you the man of the Most High, which came from Yehuda? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, Come home with me and eat bread. And he said, I will not return with you, nor go with you. Neither will I eat or drink water in this place. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. See, he said this like this place is filthy. Don't touch nothing. Just
Mm-hmm.
just walk the path that I sent you and come back the same way. For it is verse 17. For it was said unto me by the word of Yahuwah, You shall not eat bread nor drink water, nor turn again and go by the way which you came. And he said unto him, I am a prophet also, as you are. And the messenger spake unto me by the word of Yahuwah, saying, Bring him back with you into your house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But
Okay.
he
Oh,
yeah,
Slakia.
but he lied unto him. Go ahead.
You know, I'm not sure. Like this would be interesting to look at.
Mhm,
But this disobedient man has come to the prophet from Yehuda and saying that I'm a prophet also, and the messenger of the Most High has sent me message.
mhm,
But I thought that we read that the Most High comes to him in visions
mhm.
and dreams. That's how
Right,
he comes to his prophet. So, to me, him saying that the messenger came to me with this message, it kind of raises a flag to the point
mhm.
where I mentioned that right there.
Right, kind. Yeah, that's a good pull out because that's exactly what the Torah says. If there be a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, I will make him known to you. Uh, so he didn't say I was going to send a angel or Malachim. We did see that. We saw a couple of instances where Hamashiach showed up
Uh-huh.
and touched base with people and shared information like the coming of Samson. He touched base with the father and the mother, uh, to let them know what that was going to be. But uh, that's definitely not the conventional way. And if you a man of the Most High, and another man say I'm a man of the Most High, and I got my instruction, and you come talking about some different instruction, well, wouldn't it behoove me to consult my
Mm-hmm.
power? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I should check on my power. So, and I don't think uh, that he meant to make this what it was. I mean, you sending him against what he was told, so it
Mm-hmm.
kind of was like without goes without say. But at the same time, I think he really wanted to just commune with him, and this was the only way he thought he could get him to do that.
Mm.
But man, you got to stop doing this wickedness. That's against Torah, by the way. You shall not uh, lie nor deal deceitfully one with another.
Indeed, Aki.
Yeah. So I mean, this was unrealistic. I mean, not unrealistic, unreasonable to say the least. Verse 19. So he went back with him and did eat bread in his house and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of Yahuwah came unto the prophet which brought him back. And he cried unto the man of the Most High, and he cried unto the man of the Most High, which came from Yehuda, saying, Thus saith Yahuwah, for as much as you have disobeyed the mouth of Yahuwah, and have not kept the commandment which Yahuwah your power commanded you, but came back and have eaten bread and drunk water in the place of which Yahuwah did say unto you, Eat no bread and drink no water. Your carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of your fathers.
Wow.
Kind. And it came to pass after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, he saddled his donkey with two of the prophets whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way, and slew him and his carcass, and was cast in the way, and the donkey stood by it, and the lion stood by the carcass. So, like I said, it would have behooved him to seek that counsel. The Most High
Hmm.
said this to me, but the messenger told me this, so you should do this. Rather than him saying, okay, well, obviously he wanted to go and eat bread and drink water, as he was commanded not to do. So while he was yet sitting here eating and drinking and being merry and enjoying themselves, the word of the Most High came to the lion prophet, and he had to deliver this. Man, you done messed up. You done messed up. So you about to Yahuwah gonna kill you.
It come. Indeed, Aki.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
yeah, I lied to you, but you didn't have to. You should have listened. You should have listened to what Yahuwah said.
and seek my counsel,
Yeah, yeah, he should have. I mean, what? How hard would it have been to say, Abba, is that what you want me to do? Or do I continue with the mission, or do I listen to this man? You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he would have said, continue.
It
It
come.
would have been a quick little, wouldn't even have to been nothing extraordinary. Um, verse 28. And he went and found his carcass cast in the way, and the donkey and the lion standing by the carcass. And the lion had not eaten the carcass, nor torn the donkey. So the lion just hanging out. The
Right.
donkey, the donkey standing there like, here I am waiting for instruction. And the lion's like, all right, I killed him, but I'm not gonna eat it, and I'm not gonna eat this donkey either. Even though I do eat donkeys, but I'm not gonna eat this donkey. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Right.
to show you that this is divine. This
Indeed.
is this is the
Indeed.
Most High working this great work here. Verse 29. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of the Most High and laid it upon the donkey and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. So he mourning him, even though he set him up.
Right.
Like, who told you to lie to him? Like, you really cost this man his life. But he did it himself. He did it himself too. But you really did it. I mean, if you wouldn't have lied, he could have kept on about his business. If you wouldn't have came and caught him and lied to him, he wouldn't even have the inkling to try to.
And I'm looking at the situation also. This prophet from Yehuda has been given a word to deliver to King Jeroboam
Mhm.
about a stumbling block that he is putting up before the people. I gotta be on my guard while I'm in this land and anybody I encounter because I'm already knowing that there's a stumbling block. Is this another stumbling block? You know what I mean? Like this man telling me to eat bread when I know I've been told not to. Is
Right,
this a stumbling block that is being put forth? You know?
right, right. You know, this is a hard situation because when you go against the word of the Most High, He
Mm-hmm.
kills you. He'll
Come.
kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like he in your life. Like that's it. J- I told you don't eat bread, don't drink water. You ate bread, you drank water, you're gonna die. And I'm gonna send a lion to do it. Not even you're not gonna even go outside and get hit in the head with an arrow or a rock or something like that. You gonna Here's a lion. A lion is gonna kill you.
Come.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying? Like,
You got so many people out here calling themselves prophet and desiring to be prophets. Is that what you really want?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I would. I mean, it's not just them. I mean, it's the regular folks too, because
Yeah, God.
he give us judgment, swift judgment. You know what I'm saying? The prophets as well, but any children of Israel, you know, that's how we know who we are, because we this day sit in our judgment. This is our judgment, this captivity that we sit in. You know, got to get up and go to work and make this money and try to, you know, we don't have our own land, we don't have our own name. We got what has been given to us because we've had all our stuff stripped away from us.
Hmm.
Now we're reading it and trying to get an understanding of it. And yeah, and this is yeah, that judgment is heavy. It's very heavy. But let's continue, verse 30 here. And he laid the carcass on his own grave, and they mourned over him, saying, "Alas, my brother! Alas, Aki!"
Right. God, God.
It's so strange because it's your fault. Why you do what you did, and then now you mourning him. Like I didn't want you to. I know he didn't mean for him to die, but you can't go against the what Yahuwah said to you and then expect it to be all right. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, God.
It does not work that way. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. That's why I don't look at any man's wife and think I should have her.
Well, God.
Because
God.
I know Yahuwah will kill me.
Hmm.
I know that Yahuwah will kill me because one, I know better, and two, he hates such things. He hates this wicked sin that that men do. Uh, you know, those type of things. That's punishable by death. He will kill you. So verse 31. And it came to pass after he had buried him that he spake to his son, saying, When I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of the Most High is buried. Lay me, lay my bones beside his bones. Mm. I guess he feels really bad about it because he feel connected to this man. You know, caused his death. Like uh, I don't know. And should he expect? I'm pretty sure he should expect some judgment for that because he went against Torah.
I
You
was
know.
wondering the same thing. Like, what's gonna be his end?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it gets into it here, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a problem for him. That's not. s- I don't think it's a sin unto death, but you know, he had to know that that wasn't going to turn out good. But why would you? I don't know why you even. I wouldn't even do that. That's like me coming to somebody and just lie to them, and then they go way off in that lie, and that was an unnecessary lie. I mean,
God.
he was going about his business. So, verse 32. For the saying which he cried by the word of Yahuwah against the altar in Bethel, and against all the house of of Salakia, and against all the houses of the high places which are in the cities of Samaria, which surely came to pass. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil ways, but made again the lowest of the people priest of the high places, whithersoever uh, would he, Salakia, whosoever would, he consecrated him, and he became one of the priests of the high places,
Mm.
which doesn't hurt anything because they not serving the Most High at this point.
Right.
You know, they all the way into idolatry, so it doesn't even. I mean, who you got as a priest doesn't matter because no Yahuwah fearing priest is going to deal with this nonsense because If anything, you should have been walking out of there and like, I'll go deal with Rehoboam because this is stupid. Um, verse 34. And the thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to even to it even to even to cut it off and destroy it from the face of the earth. So his house was be cut off and destroyed from the face of the earth. This was a horrible, wicked situation that uh, mm, horrible, horrible, horrible situation. All right, let's go ahead and with 14, and we'll finish out with 15. And man, I'm looking forward to getting back into this next week to see the all of the unreasonable actions. But looks like this is the end of Jeroboam here. But go ahead, and if you will, I can pick up chapter 14, if you please.
Indeed, I
Told Rabbi Baba
this is the
Kasha.
book of this is the book of First Malachim, chapter 14. Ahijah prophesies against the king. Verse 1. At that time, Abijah, the son of Jeroboam, fell sick. And Jeroboam said to his wife, Arise, I pray you, and disguise thyself, that thou be not known to be the wife of Jeroboam, and get thee to Shiloh. Behold, there is Ahijah the prophet, which told me that I should be king over this people. And take with thee 10 loaves and cracknels and a cruse of honey, and go to him. He shall tell thee what shall become of the child. So he clearly understands that what he set up is complete folly, because if he
Exactly.
believed in it, he'd be seeking whatever he set up to find out.
Exactly. Exactly. Which again, I don't understand how nobody said, "Stop, man. You bugging out." You know what I'm saying? You bugging. Stop it.
Yeah, come.
Uh, y-
All right, verse 4. And Jeroboam's wife did so, and arose, and went to Shiloh, and came to the house of Ahijah. But Ahijah could not see, for his eyes were set by reason of his age. And Yahweh said unto Ahijah, Behold, the wife of Jeroboam come to ask a thing of thee for her son, for he is sick. Thus and thus shalt thou say unto her, for it shall be when she cometh in, that she shall feign herself to be another woman. And it was so, when Ahijah heard the sound of her feet as she came in at the door, that he said, Come in, thou wife of Jeroboam. Why faintest thyself to be another? For I am sent to thee with heavy tidings. Go tell Jeroboam, thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, for as much as I exalted thee from among the people, and made thee prince over my people Israel, I rent the kingdom away from the house of David, and gave it thee. And yet thou hast not been as my servant David, who kept my commandments, and who followed me with all his heart, to do that only which was right in mine eyes. You know, there goes another script that could have been used on that study.
Time.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. That is another good one.
uh, Verse 9. But thou hast done evil above all that were before thee,
Mm.
for thou hast gone and made thee other deities and molten images to provoke me to anger, and hast cast me behind thy back. Therefore, behold, I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam, and will cut off from Jeroboam him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel, and will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam, as a man taketh away dung, till it be all gone.
Mm.
Wow.
Told you he was gonna catch it. I knew
Mm-hmm.
it was. I knew it was coming.
Con. Verse 11. Him that dieth of Jeroboam in the city shall the dogs eat,
mm,
and him that dieth in the field shall the fowls of the air eat. For Yahweh hath spoken it.
mm,
Arise, therefore, get thee to thine own house, and when thy feet enter into the city, the child shall die.
mm.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. He pouring it out on him. He about to, boy. And I just imagine this is just what we reading here is nothing compared to what he's going to really deal with in when the time comes. But you know, that's not for me to say. That's for Abba Yah to say. So if we
Indeed.
read it, then it'll be. But I would never, I would never, Abba willing, I would never tempt the Most High like that. I mean, never. No, I fear the Most High way too much to even think about. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the opposite of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't go as far as Solomon did. I sure as heck wouldn't do what Jeroboam did. 'Cause you see what he said. He's gonna take away every male that of his bloodline.
Man.
That's what he said when those who piss against the wall, those the males. They the ones who pee against the walls. Yeah.
Here come. Verse 13. And all Israel shall mourn for him and bury him, for he only of Jeroboam shall come to the grave, because him, Salakia, because in him there is found some good thing toward Yahweh, power of Israel, in the house of Jeroboam. Moreover, Yahweh shall rise him up a king over Israel, who shall cut off the house of Jeroboam that day. But what? Even now, for Yahweh shall smite Israel as a reed is shaken in the water, and he shall root up Israel out of this good land, which he gave to their fathers, and shall scatter them beyond the river, because they have made their groves, provoking Yahweh to anger.
Mm,
And he shall give Israel up of the sins of Jeroboam, who did sin, and who made Israel to sin.
mm,
And Jeroboam's wife arose and departed, and came to Tirzah. And when she came to the threshold of the door, the child died. You
mhm,
know, indeed, the Most High spoke that.
mhm. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and it's hard to really even feel bad for this prophecy and it coming to pass.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard because man, you had a prime opportunity and he said he was going to get rid of Israel. So imagine now when we were reading earlier, I said this was a prime opportunity for somebody in Reuben to say, you know what, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna put a stop to this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, uh, I mean, it didn't happen, but if it would have, maybe this part could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Jeroboam going off, get rid of him, and let's move forward. But Yahuwah wouldn't have been mad, couldn't have been that mad because the man was way off when he declared that false feast. That was it. That was it. That was the end. You know what I'm saying? That should have been the end. I should say. I should say. I mean, when he brought them calves, them calves, them two
Mm-hmm.
calves, that should have been it. But you know, you sit
Con.
back and you do nothing, and now your all your people going into captivity.
Mm.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah. Which is let's continue.
Verse 18. And they buried him, and all Israel mourned for him, according to the word of Yahweh, which he spake by the hand of his servant Ahiah the prophet. And the rest of the acts of Jeroboam, how he warred and how he reigned, behold, They are written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel. And the days which Jeroboam reigned were 2 and 20 years, and he slept with his fathers. Nadab, his son, reigned Salakia, and Nadab, his son, reigned in his stead. Okay, so let me make a note right here. 22 years for his reign, right?
22, and then Nedad reigned in instead. So there should be somebody coming to overthrow him, according to what the prophecy said.
Mm-hmm. Con. All right. Verse 21. Rehoboam misleads Yehuda. And Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, reigned in Yehuda. Rehoboam was 40 and 1 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which Yahweh did choose out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah the Ammonitess.
Mm,
Hmm.
Ammonitis.
So he was 41 when he started reigning?
Hmm. When he was 41 years old and began to reign,
Mm.
and he only reigned, uh, how long did they say?
I thought it 18 years
Yeah,
or
17 years in Jerusalem.
17 years.
Hmm.
All right. Verse 22. And Yehuda did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and they provoked him to jealousy with their sins which they had committed, above all that their fathers had done.
Mm.
So, it's folly going on in the north, folly
Oh
going
my
on in the south.
goodness, my gracious.
Yep. Verse 23. For they also built them high places and images and groves on every high hill and under every green tree. Wow.
My goodness.
Oh, man. Verse
My
24.
goodness.
And there were also Sodomites in the land,
Mm.
and they did according to all the abominations of the nations which Yahweh cast out before the children of Israel. Wow.
My goodness gracious. The city that is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jerusalem. Cause
Come.
they done brought these doggone what in the world? What in the world? How you? Mm, I okay. Let's continue.
All right, verse 25. And it came to pass in the 5th year of King Rehoboam that Shishak, king of Mizraim, came up against Jerusalem, and he took away the treasures of the house of Yahweh and the treasures of the king's house. He even took away all, and he took away all the shields of gold which Solomon Shlomo had made.
Mm,
And King Rehoboam made in their stead brass and shields, and committed them into the hands of the chief of the guard, which kept the door of the king's house. And it was so, when the king went into the house of Yahweh, that the guard bare them and brought them back into the guard chamber. Now, the rest of the acts of Rehoboam and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehuda? And there was wars, Slakia, and there was war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all their days.
mm,
And Rehoboam slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. And his mother's name was Naamah, an Ammonitess, and Abiam, his son, reigned in his stead.
mm. My goodness, this is getting worse and worse. My goodness, I did not realize that we was gonna get this bad. I knew it was gonna get not good, but my goodness, you got the northern doing all kind of wickedness, and now the southerns are into the same. Like they look over there and see them doing wickedness and said, "We can do wickedness too." Man, how did the doggone queen, king of Mizraim come and take anything from anywhere? We don't. Yahuwah already. That's crazy.
Man.
That is 100% crazy. All right, let's go ahead and finish out chapter 15 so we can we'll have to pick this up next week because this is not good, but man, it's hard to put down.
Yeah, gone. All right, this is the book of First Malachim, chapter 15. Abiyam's reigns over Yehuda, verse 1. Now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, reigned Abiyam, Abiyam over Yehuda. So yeah, so Jeroboam's reign lasted longer than Jeroboam by about 5 years or so. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he is it. It says now the 18th year, King Jeroboam, the son of Nadibat, reigned over. Oh, okay. So in the 18th year of King Jeroboam's son, so he was 18 years old when he took over. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he started as a teenager. So he began to reign at 18 years old.
Well, no, I just think that's in the yeah. This is what this is saying is that okay, King Jeroboam's reign was total 22 years, but in the 18th year of his rulership is when Abiyam became to rule, because Rehoboam's reign was only 17 years. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Not that he began reigning when he was 18, but in the 18th year of his reign is when Abiyam began to reign, because his father Abiyam's father only reigned 17 years, not as long as Jeroboam's reign.
Okay. Con. Let's check out the scripture, see how it reads it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it says in the 18th year of sovereign Jeroboam, son. Okay. Yeah. I think you're right, because this kind of makes it. Yeah, because I was looking at it like it was saying he was 18 years, and that's when he started.
Mm-hmm.
When Abiyah started. Abiyam started. Okay, but yeah, that makes it a little bit more clear. He's
Mm-hmm.
now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, reigns. Okay, okay, so
Yep.
yeah, I got you.
Now what's that name mean?
Oh, Abiyam.
Abiyam.
Okay, let's see here.
Abiyam.
Abiyam. My father is the sea, or Yahoo is my father.
Mm, okay.
Yahoo is my father. Yeah, but the the wickedness that he did, I don't know. We're gonna see how bad he got. I think I'll really get to that part of it in the Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get into that. So
All right. All right. Verse 2. 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Abishalom. And he walked in all the sins of his father, which he had done before him, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his power, as the heart of Dawid his father.
mm,
Nevertheless, for Dawid's sake, did Yahweh his power give him a lamp in Jerusalem to set up his son after him and to establish Jerusalem, because Dawid did that which was right in the eyes of Yahweh, and turned not aside from anything that he commanded him all the days of his life, save only in the matter of Uriah the Hittite.
kind of. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is the only account of evil that Dawid had on him, even the numbering of the children of Israel, because he used Shaitan to cause him to do this.
Con.
Uh, he didn't even count that to him in that situation. So
Indeed.
uh,
Verse 6. And there was war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days of his life. Now the rest of the acts of Abiyam and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehuda? And there was war between Abiyam and Jeroboam. Okay, so his reign was just 3 years.
yeah, Yeah, one of these is gonna be like a 6-year-old, and he's they're gonna make him king.
Wow.
Like, I think he was like, yeah, it was really, really like not even. I don't think it was Asa, uh,
I
but
think it was Josiah.
was it Josiah?
I
Okay,
believe so.
yeah, because it was like it's 12 years. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get to it here. It'll probably be next week before we
Yeah,
get to that.
gone.
Yeah.
All right. Asa succeeds Abiyam. Verse 8. And Abiyam slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city of Dawid. And Asa, his son, reigned in his stead. What's that Asa mean?
Oh yeah, kind of. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I'm uh, I'm just blown away. I saw
Asa,
healer in
injurious.
injures. Hmm. King son of his son. Yeah, I know he died with a disease with his in his feet.
Hmm.
I remember that. So let's continue.
Verse 9. And in the 20th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, reigned Asa over Yehuda. So, yeah, man, Jeroboam outlived Rehoboam,
Oh,
and
okay.
Abijam.
Got you. So okay, so that's what we're looking at. It's measuring Yehuda by the reign of Jeroboam.
Yeah,
I thought
Khan.
Jeroboam would have been dead. I'm surprised Abba didn't take him out like long before.
Well, this is the 20th year here of his reign, so he's
Hmm.
only got 2 years left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I doubt he did like Dawid. You know how Dawid was still alive when Solomon took over, and when Solomon was made king, then Dawid slept. So he was actually able to see his son become king, and I think he was the only one that really got that honor. Everybody else had to; they was put to death, and they had to install this new king uh, without. I think even I don't even know if Solomon got that because
Uh,
we didn't see that with like we saw with remember how it was when Dawid transitioned before he transitioned.
nah, I don't recall it.
It was a couple of chapters back. Uh, I want to say about we'll look at it. We'll look at it. But yeah, we'll look at it. It was a couple of chapters back. I want to say about maybe eight, about 7 or 8, something like that. When Dawid went out, was transitioning out, and um, Solomon came in. So I don't think that even Solomon to Rehoboam, if it went that way, I'm not for certain. I mean, we didn't see that written at
Yeah,
here, but yeah,
con.
we'll continue.
All right, verse 10. And 40 and 1 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Abishalom. And Asa did that which was right in the eyes of Yahweh, as did Dawid his father. And he took away the Sonobites out of the land, and removed all the idols that his fathers had made. All praises.
I
All
applaud Asa for that.
yeah.
Get them sodomites up out the land. That's crazy. I don't understand that at all.
Okay.
Oh, let's continue here. My goodness.
Verse 13. And also Maacah, his mother, even her he removed from being queen, because she had made an idol in a grove, and Asa destroyed her idol and burnt it by the brook Kidron.
Hallelujah.
Mhm. But the high places were not removed. Nevertheless, Asa's heart was perfect with Yahweh all his days, and he brought in the things which his father had dedicated, and the things which himself had dedicated into the house of Yahweh, silver and gold and vessels. And there was war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, all their days. And King Baasha, king of Israel, went up against Yehuda and built Ramah, that he might not suffer any to go out or come in to Asa, king of Yehuda. Then Asa took all the silver and the gold that were left in the treasures of the house of Yahweh and the treasures of the king's house, and delivered them into the hand of his servants. And King Asa sent them to Ben-Hadad, the son of Tab Tabramon, the son of Hezon, king of Syria, that dwelt at Damascus, saying, there is a league between me and thee, and between my father and your father. Behold, I have sent unto you a present of silver and gold. Come and break thy league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me.
Shalaki, let's check out Bahashai.
Mm-hmm.
His name here. That look like something wicked. Bahashai.
Right.
What? I
Wicked.
promise I did not know that. I mean, it looked like something wicked. Literally, hold on one second.
God.
I mean, I promise because of that A at B double A. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I was like, that don't even look appealing.
It
And
kinda.
wow, that's wow. Okay, let's continue. Part for me. Okay, so yeah, we here at verse 20.
God.
Okay.
So Ben-Hadad hearkened unto King Asa, and he sent captains of the host, which he had against the cities of Israel, and smote Ayan and Dan, and Abel Beth Maacah, and all of Kinnereth, with all the land of Naphtali. And it came to pass, when Baasha heard thereof, that he left off building of Ramah and dwelt in Tirzah. Then King Asa made a proclamation throughout all Yehuda. None was exempted, and they took away the stones of Ramah and the timber thereof, wherewith Baasha had builded. And King Asa built with them Geba of Ben-Amin and Mizpah. Jehoshaphat succeeds Asa.
Mm,
Verse 23. The rest of all the acts of Asa and all his might and all that he did and the cities which he built, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehuda? Nevertheless, in the time of his old age, he was diseased in his feet. And Asa slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of Dawid, his father. And Jehoshaphat, his son, reigned in his stead. So we
hmm
got another
Jehoshaphat. Let's check out
Jehoshaphat.
his name. Jehoshaphat. Yahuwah has judged.
Mm-hmm.
Jehoshaphat. So that's probably what it should be, Jehoshaphat. Oh yeah, Jehoshaphat, however you want to pronounce
Mm-hmm.
it. So kind. All right.
All right. Nadab, then Baasha rules over Israel. Okay, I thought that there was somebody in between Jeroboam and Baasha. I thought it was, and then it's Nadab.
Good dab. Okay, kind.
All right, verse 25. And Nadab, the son of Jeroboam, began to reign over Israel in the second year of Asa, king of Yehuda, and reigned over Israel 2 years. Nadab.
Good dab. Yeah.
He reigned how many years? 2 years.
2 years. Mm-hmm.
All right, continuing. Verse 26. And he did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and walked in the way of his father, and his sin wherewith he made Israel to sin. And Baasha, the son of Ahijah, of the house of Issachar, conspired against him, and Baasha smote him at Gibbethon,
Mm-hmm.
which belonged to the Philistines, For Nadab and all Israel laid siege to Gibbethon. Gibbethon.
Hmm.
Okay.
Let's take a
So
look.
right now, well, before we had in leadership of Israel, the northern
Hmm.
kingdom was
Uh-huh.
the Ephraimites. You
Right.
know, Jeroboam and his son were Ephraimites.
Hmm.
Now we have an Issacharite
It's
that's
car. Yeah.
taking over.
Kind. Yeah. Yeah. That was a. We'll see how that goes. I mean, are they gonna continue in the evil, or they gonna? Let's see here. What was I gonna look at the him at Gibbon Nadab,
Nadab, Genesis.
generous. Okay. All right. And was that the only one we looked at? Yeah, that was evil, wasn't it?
Yeah, Khan.
Or wickedness. I mean, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Let's continue. I thought it was something else, but maybe it's not. All right. So we had 28 or
Khan. Yeah, we're ready for 28.
okay, okay.
Even in the third year of Asa, king of Yehuda, did Bahashah slay him and reigned in his stead.
Hmm.
So hold on. So Asa killed, no, Bahashah killed Asa.
Uh, even in the third year of Asa, king of Yehuda, did Bahashan slay him. Oh, so he
Oh no, that's talking about he slayed Nadab.
okay, Khan, yeah, yeah. Bahashan slayed Nadab, yeah, because Asa died in his feet, or that disease in his feet,
Yeah, Khan.
because he sought the physicians and not Yahuwah. And I don't know how, when he did everything right, he was good, except for that. And then you get to the end, well, it don't have to be the end. You get to a place where instead of seeking Yahuwah, you seek the physicians, and you end up dying because the doctors couldn't save
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah.
All right, verse 29. And it came to pass when he reigned that he smote all the house of Jeroboam. He left not to Jeroboam any that breathed until he had destroyed him, according unto the saying of Yahweh, which he spake by his servant Ahiah the Shilonite. Because of the sins of Jeroboam which he sinned, and which he made Israel sin, by his provocation wherewith he provoked Yahweh, power of Israel, to anger.
Hmm.
Now the rest of the acts of Nadab and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? War with Yehuda,
Mm,
verse 32. And there was war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, all their days. In the third year of Asa, king of Yehuda, began Bashan, the son of Ahiah, to reign over Israel in Tirzah 20 and 4 years.
mm,
And he did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and walked in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin wherewith he made Israel to sin. So
mm.
he reigned 24 years.
24 years. Well, my gracious. I mean, this is a debacle. Since the time of really of Solomon, when the Solomon started to go off, I wonder if he would have known how bad things would have been, would he have continued in his way? Would he have went the way he went? Seem like to me, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't say. If I knew that a move that I would make would destroy my people,
Mm-hmm.
I would not make that move. So we know that when we don't follow the way that the Most High have set forth for us to follow, that it's going to be a problem for us because that's what's happened over and over and over again.
You come.
So um, yeah, kind. So Let's go ahead with final thoughts, Zach, and kind of summarize these chapters as best we can, I guess.
You
My
know,
goodness.
yeah, Khan, I was thinking about what we had read from starting the beginning in chapter 11 and going into even chapter 11, uh how the Messiah, Mashiach, is he's different from all these other kings. You know, these kings of our people are expecting a tax, a tribute, you know, for people to. And don't get me wrong, the Mashiach has expectations and desires from us as well, but
Mhm.
it's to love. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like whereas these kings at the time are wanting material possessions, and love will make you give material possessions, but it encompasses so much more,
Hmm.
and so much more rewarding than you know whatever could come from giving the king of the day some gold or something.
Right. Right.
Uh, so yeah, that's one thing I was looking at and thinking about. Uh, Also, you had brought it out before, how when Jeroboam began going off, after the Most High choosing him, it just seems like he would have taken heed to what the prophet had to tell him. It seems like there would have been some people in the land, in this land that he's been given, to tell him like, look, now, man, you're going off, but that didn't occur. Uh, we see the Most High still bestowing grace upon these men as well, because some of them, uh,
Hmm.
because some of them reigned 20 plus years, but others didn't. You know what I mean? And I would say that that's indicative of how their reign was. The Most High had to cut them off. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Okay.
Because we're reading here that he says, and that sin that he calls Israel to sin. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
That meant something to the Abba, and we
Hmm.
have to be mindful of putting stumbling blocks in front of our brothers and sisters as well, man. Because we'll be judged for that.
Indeed. Indeed. 100%. Yeah. 100%. And oh man, I'm almost sick to my stomach reading this. I mean, I literally feel like I could go and probably vomit. Literally. I
Go
mean,
back and read that study we did last night. That'll uplift you and encourage you.
Kai, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Oh my gracious. I mean, the the literal thought of this going the way it went, Solomon going off as bad as he did, doing all the things that he did after Yahuwah had appeared to him. Yahuwah appeared to him. He wasn't Yahuwah, of course, it was his representative. But the fact that he came to him twice and yet he continued in his folly to the
Con.
point where he decided, "Here, I'm going to take the kingdom from you, and I won't even do it in your day. I'm going to do it in your son's day."
Hmm.
And then we get to Jeroboam, which nothing he said made any sense, and he ran him off. And then he decided he gonna gather the men and go and fight them and make them come back.
Right, right.
That was not sensible. Uh, I'm interested in getting into what he actually did, because we really don't get any inkling of as to what Rehoboam, what kind of a person he was, outside of the bad decision that he made to do what he did. Uh, yeah, let me go back and well, before we finish the final thoughts before I do that. But in yeah, so Rehoboam, oh my goodness, was Jeroboam. I don't whew, I don't know what to say about this cat. You know what I'm saying? You don't have anything good to say. You shouldn't just say anything.
Right.
But man, the acts, how he operated. He was a valiant man of a man of valor. You know, y- I don't get it. I do not don't get it. I do not get it. So, uh, yeah. And then of course the whole deal with the prophet, lying to to the other prophet, and that whole that was a debacle
Yeah,
in
come.
itself. And it's
I'm
this
trying
is
to think of like a time. I guess Solomon's reign was the only time that Israel was united. Now that I think about it, because well, some during Dawid's reign as well, like towards the end. But you remember Dawid was fighting his people as well. They were
yeah,
fighting against him, especially the Benamites.
right, yeah,
Uh, and then we see after Solomon's reign, we see the kingdom split,
yeah,
and we're hearing about being wars between the two kingdoms all the days of the kings.
right. Yeah, Rehoboam and Jeroboam fighting against each other, and their children continuing to fight. Meanwhile, your adversaries are outside looking
Man,
at
at the
you.
gates.
Yeah, they looking at you, act the fool, looking dead at you. Like, look at these idiots. We could sneak in there and smoke all of them right now.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? But
I was thinking of something else.
what's that?
It was something that we was reading,
Hmm.
but I was thinking about what we know of West Africa now. We
Hmm.
know that a lot of those ancient West African kingdoms, speaking about Ghana,
Hmm.
Mali, and Songhai, we know that early on, like these were, well, we know that they were Israelites, but we also know that they were keeping up with the way. Not, I don't think that they knew about the Messiah, but I think that they were, keeping Torah. But
Okay.
we see them being forced to convert to Islam, and then
Hmm.
shortly after that conversion, their descendants are taken into captivity. Which we kind of read about. Yeah, that's what made me think about that, because what the most High said he was going to do to Jeroboam's house
Hmm.
and
Right.
destroy it. Uh,
All
so
the
yeah, it
piss
just made
against
me
them.
think about that as well. Our ancestors, were building groves in West
Yeah.
Africa, and then they find themselves in captivity. You know,
Right. Right.
these are the identified marks of the people of the book.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Kind. And man, it's a hard pill to really swallow. Here, I found that it was actually in Kings chapter 2. So it begins with Dawid's charge to Solomon,
Uh-huh.
and says now the day, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now the days of Dawid drew near that he should die, and charged Solomon his son, saying, basically, he told him to follow the Yahuwah, and also to take care of these other things.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we continue down, we see wise, engraved with blood. Okay, so David slept with his fathers. David reigned over Israel 40 years, reigned in Hebron 30 and 3 years, reigned in Jerusalem. Then set Solomon upon the throne of David. So I thought that was, because didn't he have him come in? Must have been chapter 1. Let me see. David's old age, Nathan and Bathsheba. See, she was the beginning of bringing those foreign women in. Now you
Mm-hmm.
having these women with these foreign women, and now you really got, yeah, here it is. It is in chapter 1. Solomon anointed king. So we skip down a little bit and spake to Jonathan, son, and Zadok, and Solomon, and also Solomon sit on the throne of the kingdom. Moreover, the king's servant came and blessed the king Dawid, saying, "The Most High make the name of Solomon better than your name, and make the throne better than your throne." And the king bowed himself up on his bed. Yeah. So he actually got to see Solomon become king, you know what I'm saying, before he was dead, before he moved on. Uh and also thus says the king, blessed be Yahuwah, power of Israel, and the throne in my eyes and see it. yeah, my eyes even seeing it. So yeah, he actually. So I don't know if anybody else got to do that. I didn't catch that when we read when Solomon transitioned to Rehoboam. If if he actually got to do that, or if this was just something that Dawid got to do.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
that's what it looks like, because we
yeah.
we sure didn't read it.
No, we didn't see it there.
We didn't
So
give him any charge.
yeah, right. Exactly, exactly. So yeah, this is a hard read. I think these next few chapters are going to be pretty difficult. These
Oh
next
yeah, we're
few
gonna see a lot of folly, man.
books, yeah, 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 and it's hard to it's really hard to deal with because we are supposed to be a righteous people. We're supposed to be a royal people who represent the Most High in the earth,
Hmm.
and to see us do this other stuff is unreal. It's unreal. So, um, but yeah, we'll continue. Yeah, willing, we'll continue next week on Yom Shishi. We'll pick up again, and we'll get back into chapters 16 through 20. And next Sabbath we'll do Abba willing 21 through 25, and I believe that'll bring us right close to uh, my computer stopped. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Con, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm trying to see the chapters, and I click on
Okay,
the
so
thing
it's
to
a
go.
total of 22 chapters. So we'll be finished up with this next week. All right.
Okay, so yeah, we won't even get to it on so it's only 22, so we'll finish it next week. Yeah,
Yep.
So we'll finish it Yom Shishi. So Shabbat will actually pick up um chapter second book of what I'm trying to
Okay.
say. So yeah, we'll pick up the second book. It's 25 in the second book, and then we'll go to um Chronicles.
And
And
I'm looking at these chapters. They're not. Most of them are not as long. Like most of them are in their 20s.
okay,
I think I've seen one that's well, chapter 20 is 43, 21 is 29, and then 22 is 22 is 53. So
oh okay,
yeah, got
okay.
some reading.
Con. No sweat. Yeah, we'll knock it out. Looking at the Chronicles, looks like 29 chapters for First Chronicles and 36 chapters for Second Chronicles. So well, we'll just continue, building and edifying, and and it'll be a barakah for us,
Indeed.
and just to continue. So with that, anything else to add?
Nah, man. All praises to the Most High for yet another wonderful day, another opportunity to get into His Word. You
All
know,
praises, hallelujah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And it is always a barakah anytime we have the ability and the desire to get into the word of the Most High, to learn from that which we have missed or would not have known, and to strengthen that which we do know. So with that, I'm the Akazaki Yahoo, joined by my most esteemed Akinanaya. We give all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom Wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait till the day that the Most High brings us back together, and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation under the Most High power, under one covenant. Until that day, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom, family.